Have you ever heard that saying, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results? Well, using that same logic, I am going to try to repeat past success. You know, if something worked in the past and you do the same thing over again, it should give you good results once more, right? Well, that's the theory. We're going to put that to the test. You may recognize this spot from a couple of my past videos. I discovered it by accident last year. I launched my kayak and paddled to the far side of the lake. There I worked for several hours to catch 3 walleye. It was quiet. I worked the shoreline, the entire shoreline on the way back. I caught nothing until I got to this point right here. There, not only did I catch a couple walleye, I caught about 60 in 2 hours. And all that happened as the sun was going down. So I'm going to see if I could repeat that. Same time of year, same bait, same location. See if I get the same result. The sun is still very high. I did come here straight after work, so I'm just gonna start fishing. Not really expecting much action for the first hour or two. Last year it was a solid evening bite. As soon as the sun was going down, that's when it caught fire. So I'm hoping to be here at the beginning of the feeding frenzy, if it's anything like last year. I hope it is. Oh, just as I say that, I had my first hit. Okay, there we go. How's that for an intro? Oh, it's a pike. Okay, not the walleye yet. It's typical that these guys would start. Ooh. Not the species I'm after, but fish is a fish. Next one you see will be a walleye in due time. While I'm waiting for the sun to go down, I'm just cruising up and down the shoreline, trying to get into the shade. These red pines are doing a good job. Little taps here. There, fish. First little walleye. Oof. I hope I'm gonna get something bigger than that. Oh, we got our first walleye, but I'm hoping to keep a few. I want them at least twice that size. But we're on the board. There you go. Fish. Hey, there's a nice eating size walleye. Sweet. There we go. Beauty. No release shot for this guy because I'm gonna dispatch him and release him into the oil. Sorry, little guy. Got one on the stringer. Let's add a few more. Oh, there's another walleye. Another little dank baby. Right now I'm just slowly moving around, bouncing the gulp with the jig on bottom, really trying to finesse the fish. But if it's anything like last year, pretty soon it turns on and you're literally just sitting in one spot casting and you're expecting a hit within seconds. But still working for them. Oh, the sun's getting down. Any minute now. I'm not sure exactly why this is the spot, this hole. The main lake is out there. Between this little rock and the point, it gets up to about 3 feet deep. Very shallow, really rocky. 10 to 12 feet in here, there's kind of a bowl. And then a weed line over there, more rocks. But there's just something about this little bay that attracts walleye in numbers. There we go. Another decent walleye. That one wasn't bottom. And another one for the stringer. Sorry, little guy. Yep. Oh, walleye. That one's a bit small. There we go. That feels a little better. Yeah, another nice walleye. He's actually pulling the boat. Come on. There we go. I'm allowed 1/18. This one's about 19. So that'll be my third keeper. And my fourth one will have to be less than 18 inches. Which is not a problem here. Bright sunny day. That's my spot over there, just where the light is. I picked up the last 3 along the shoreline. So it's still the same fishing spot, same conditions. I think the sun is still a bit high. They're liking the shaded part of the shoreline. But as sunset arrives, it's going to be hot over there, I think. Let's get number 4. And then it's all catch and release after that. Also using the same bait as last year. The fish are a little bit smaller on average, so 2.5 inch gulp minnow on a 1/8 jig, just a standard jig. All right, question is, do I work the shoreline back to my hole or do I keep exploring in the bay? I got time. I'm just gonna go another 100 yards down the shoreline and then turn around and go back to my honey hole. Getting tapped. It's gonna be a baby. Well, it's getting bigger as I'm fighting it. Is that a keeper? I think so. Oh yeah, beauty. 15, 16 inch walleye. Doesn't get better than that. Keeping size number 4. My limit is complete, so anything I catch after this is catch and release. Now it's all for fun. Still getting a nibble. Fish. Small. Doesn't matter, I got my eaters anyway. Catch and release. Catch and release. This is my tackle box. Little pill bottle. That's all I need right there. Just some jigs. 1/8 standard unpainted jig. I brought my ultralight as a spare rod because I thought it would be fun catching some of these walleye on the ultralight. Not even a slap. That is one chill beaver. It's coming. Oh, there it is right there. There's the splash. Hey. Fish on the ultralight. Yeah, buddy. Just flip it. Flip it like a bass. Woo! Yes, Mr. Beaver. I'm not leaving until I'm satisfied. Yeah, the sun's getting to be about that walleye want to bite angle. Come on. I want to experience this like deja vu. You may notice that I left my Helix at home. No electronics today. But you know what? This is the old school way. You find a couple spots that are consistent. You do the same thing over and over. And just hope that you catch fish like that. I know a lot of people who claim to be good fishermen, good anglers, but really all they know is a few spots that somebody showed them and how to put a minnow on a jig. Doesn't take that much skill. And of course it doesn't always work, right? Sometimes you're left scratching your head, but most of the time, if you do all the right things, you get them. There we go. If you're going to catch small fish, you might as well do it on the ultralight, right? Love how clear that water is. The honey hole is producing. Love it. Absolutely love it. monster. Absolute monster. I'm not sure if I caught that or not. I'm sure some of the underwater footage is going to be a waste, but it's all fun. Walleye after walleye. You know, no 2 days of fishing are ever exactly alike, but this is as close as it gets as far as consistency is concerned. Yeah. Sun goes down, fish start to feed. Well, this is about as peaceful as it gets. Zero wind. I can hear the loon calling off in the distance. You hear insects. Only occasionally disturbed by a fish. Nice. I think I found heaven. Well, that was a good evening of fishing. Was it exactly like the first time I found this spot? Not 100%, but I did find the walleye. Same conditions. Just about everything feels the same. So, yeah, if you had success, good days, try to replicate them. Might not always work. Sometimes you'll just be left wondering what you did wrong, but it is a good place to start. And if you don't have any ideas of what to do that day, you know, relive some of your old memories. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, just absolutely peaceful. I'm gonna keep fishing for another 20-30 minutes, then get out of here before it's really dark. Yeah, just enjoying this perfect evening. All right, cheers, tight lines, everyone. Yeah. Start with a pike, end with a pike. That was awesome. All right.